Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. IMF shares the link to Atlantic Council CBDC tracker. This coming from King Solomon here on Twitter. Guys, check this out. Brand new information. 114 countries representing over 95% of the global GDP. So this is huge, okay? This is the lion's share, the large majority of the world's economy. They are all 114 countries are exploring CBDCs. As of December 2022, all G7 economies have now moved into the development stage of a CBDC, and 9 cross-border wholesale CBDCs are being tested. So he links some screen grabs here, and he does also post the link to this particular tracker in the tweet thread here. Hover over a country to see their status. Click on a country to learn more. So this is just the screen grab. I cannot do that, but the map is interactive. You guys can see here more details on some of the projects like Project Jura, Onyx and Multiple with wrapped CBDCs, and Project Rosalind, just to name a couple here. Some of the other ones that we've heard with regards to a Ripple connection, Project Dunbar. I believe Project Jura is also one. Project Jasper. So this is a great interactive resource here that you guys can take a look at if you are interested in the development of central bank digital currencies, where we're going, where we're moving with this. And so it is at atlanticcouncil.org. And again, you guys can click on here and do your own research if you are interested in central bank currencies. Here's the map down here. So let's just take a look. United States, status development, use case both, and architecture intermediary. What's happening in Canada? Status also in development, use case both, architecture intermediary, underlying technology both, access to both. So they're doing the Project Jasper, I believe with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that was Jura. We've got Australia down here, Project Dunbar, the technology is Ethereum. Let's move up here to the United Kingdom, status development, use case both, architecture intermediated. So, I mean, it's interesting just to see, the kinds of central bank digital currencies that are being proposed in this part of the world anyway. Wanted to thank King Solomon here just for letting us in on that. And again, guys, I will link this tweet in the description. If you guys are interested, is it any surprise considering we've also got this from Michael Branch? From Ripple specifically, payment leaders from 45 countries are backing crypto for fast payments. So this is a report that was just out from Ripple, a recent white paper from Ripple, and the U.S. Faster Payments Council has revealed that an overwhelming 97% of payment industry leaders think that blockchain and cryptocurrency have the potential to accelerate payments in the next 3 years. So guys, this specifically coming out from Ripple, and of course, these types of tweets do serve as promotion for Ripple. Maybe there's a company out there that, is interested in this kind of thing, but don't know where to look to. So Ripple, obviously, a big player in this, Ripple promoting this in a survey of about 300 global payment leaders. The majority of respondents believe in the power of crypto and blockchain for faster, lower-cost payments, but widespread adoption hinges on regulatory clarity and sustainability, those same points that we've been hearing for so long now. According to the report by Ripple, which was released on March the 2nd, almost 300 surveyed leaders across 45 countries reached a consensus that yes, faster payments, more effective, more transparent. This is going to be the future. 97% of them, to be exact. The sentiment was supported by an IMF article last month, which agreed that crypto could potentially improve cross-border payments. Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution has demonstrated this potential by providing cheaper and faster international settlements for its numerous partners. Crypto payments are gradually creeping into the traditional payment scene, and while they have not mainly dominated the sector, their rapid growth indicates a more impressive adoption rate. A report last May revealed a 350% increase in crypto payments usage triggered by mainstream remittance services. So boom goes the dynamite, this new Ripple report, coming out, letting us in on some brand new numbers from 45 different countries. I feel like, these numbers, the confidence in cross-border payments and DLT technology is rising. Of course, it is 2023. It is no longer 2018 when most banks and financial institutions were still very apprehensive to adopt, DLT technology for cross-border payments. And so, this is what we were expecting. We were expecting for it to become more popular. So it is no, surprise too why we are seeing all these central bank digital currencies. 95% of global GDP are now exploring a central bank digital currency. So some great news here. Wanted to thank Michael Branch for posting that, guys. We've also got some Wallet updates from Wrath of Kahneman here, retweeting out Wallet's tweet. Check out our newest X app in Wallet, Stably Official, has launched an on-off ramp for our users from the United States. So guys, Stably is excited to announce that Stably integration with the first self-custody wallet for the XRPL Now you can buy Stably USD from your Sum wallet with Stably Ramp, and I'm guessing that that would be connected to your credit card. There's a little credit card icon down there. And so this just coming out yesterday, Sum Wallet, a self-custody wallet that places a high priority on security, allows users to keep their keys safely on their own device through the integration with Stably Ramp. Sum Wallet users can now effortlessly deposit and withdraw Stably USD using various payment methods. The integration of the Stably Ramp into Sum Wallet simplifies digital asset and token management for non-custodial users as the financial world moves closer to regulating public blockchains. The partnership between Stably and Sum Wallet enhances the utility of the XRPL's native stablecoin Stably USD and demonstrates the growth and innovation of the XRPL ecosystem. This aligns with the Stably and Sum Wallet's shared vision for secure, convenient, and compliant transactions. And guys, here are the steps as to how you can integrate that. I will link this in the description for you if you are interested. Just going back to the Wrath of Kahneman's tweet here, by enabling the Stably Ramp, you gain the ability to use your bank account to purchase Stably's XRPL stablecoin, Stably USD. So, you know, despite the fact that government is trying to regulate stablecoins, we're still seeing development here for stablecoins. And I guess, you know, they're going to keep moving forward. Even though chances are a lot of these stablecoins are going to be regulated. I mean, we don't really know into what capacity, but, you know, it is good that we are still seeing movement in the space. And I know this, I know some, and the XRPL Labs company is based out of the Netherlands, not necessarily in the United States, but that is not preventing them from growing and not preventing them from continuing to create more options for Americans so that they can utilize their Sum app to the best of their abilities. Anyway, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman there for posting that. Wanted to keep moving, guys, because we got some more stats here from Uphold. This one from DJ Peter Vass here on Twitter. The stats have come out, and it looks as though most XRP hodlers are long-term hodlers. The New York-based exchange Uphold has disclosed that many XRP users hold the cryptocurrency for the long term. Uphold made this known in a tweet after asking its 125,000 followers how many are long-term XRP holders. And so we got a lot of responses here, like Sandro Lombardi. Since the very first day I found out about Ripple's XRP in March of 2020, 0.1% holder right here. So looks like he took advantage of that huge dip that we saw back in March of 2020 during the beer flu bear dip, and bought a lot of XRP. Another XRP enthusiast disclosed that he or she had held the coin for over 7 years. This is Owl XRP here on Twitter. So guys, it's looking like the majority of us are in it for the long term, and I'm not surprised considering the turmoil and the emotional roller coaster we've been riding over the last now it's been 2 years, almost 2.5 years. It'll be 2.5 years in June. Even just with the lawsuit itself. Not to mention, a lot of us have been holding since before then, expecting an XRP price of $589, maybe some holding out for more. Anyway, it's good to see, though, there's a lot of confidence in the XRP community, a lot of confidence in the XRP cryptocurrency. And I'd venture to say that XRP is probably the cryptocurrency that is held long for the longest term. Probably maybe another one would be Bitcoin, but I think the majority, percentage-wise at least, I think the majority of holders do hold XRP for the long term. Anyway, I wish there were more numbers in this article here. I'd like to know the actual percentages. Nevertheless, still a great statistic here from DJ Peter Vass. Wanted to thank him for posting that. Also happen to see this, guys. Ripple's key partner links with MasterCard to launch a debit card. Check this out. We know Bitso is a Ripple-partnered ODL exchange. Well, they've just announced a launch of a debit card in partnership with MasterCard. The innovation will allow exchange users to pay with the Mexican peso from their Bitso wallet balance wherever MasterCard is accepted. The card is only available to residents of Mexico who have undergone the KYC procedure. But this is an interesting partnership because we know Bitso partnered with Ripple for ODL, and we also know there is separately, there's a MasterCard connection to Ripple as well. Bitso is one of Ripple's key partners in the region. As its representatives have previously stated, the partnership with Ripple makes instant money transfers possible for millions of Mexican workers. Of course, they talk about the on-demand liquidity aspect to that. Well, it is impossible to say definitively what impact the Bitso card launch will have on Ripple. It seems clear it is a win-win situation for XRP. Again, if you have more people using MasterCard, leveraging Bitso to utilize XRP in an ODL capacity, obviously volume will rise. That will drive more demand for the token. But again, Mexico, that is just one market and not necessarily a huge market. We really do need to see this kind of thing ramp up to a more meaningful global capacity to really see that driven value to the XRP cryptocurrency. Guys, all in due time, all in due time. I think the rest of the world is really kind of waiting. I mean, as Brad Garlinghouse was saying in this morning's video, if you guys didn't catch that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. A lot of other countries have already created their framework, their guidance for cryptocurrency adoption in their countries. And, we named them off: Singapore, Switzerland, and a handful of others. These are G20 countries that have the clarity. Everybody's waiting on the United States. The United States is the biggest economy in the world, and they're still waiting on the US to provide clarity so that, I think that would give a lot of these other countries the go-ahead to do more. So they've already kind of created their clarity, but I think they're still holding back to some degree. I think we'll see a lot more of this adoption once the US comes on board. I think that would give a lot more confidence to other countries, for example, to do more with cryptocurrency, I think. Anyway, that's just speculation on my behalf. Regardless, it is good to see that Bitso and MasterCard are teaming up to launch this new project. Want to keep moving, guys, because Free American Spirit also noticed this. Another interesting update from Uphold: 2 assets have XRP focus specifically. Sologenic, the Solo token, is built on the XRP ledger, while the Energy Web token, or EWT, has worked closely with the XRP Ledger Foundation to decarbonize the XRP ledger. And those are now available on CeFi platforms from Uphold. So this is just the latest news here, just a screen grab with some of the other tokens that they are promoting. But the two here specifically, the Solo token and the EWT token, do run on the XRP ledger. So that is another interesting piece of news here from Free American Spirit. Wanted to thank him for posting that. And guys, I'm thinking we're getting an inclination that there needs to be a flip the switch moment. This from Mr. Man here on Twitter. So this was Lieve Mostrey talking on a panel at Davos at the World Economic Forum's meeting back in January. Mr. Man noticed this, okay? A Big Bang event is confirmed. I feel like I'm waiting to hear one of these people say, flip the switch. Me too, Mr. Man, me too. A Big Bang migration will do. Is the Big Bang globally or regionally? Well, maybe you guys have to be the judge on that. Listen very carefully what Lieve Mostrey says here on this panel.
Around the energy problem by putting in a 4 validators model on the chain. So there was a form of central authorities. It was the 2 parties of the deal, the central bank and us as a central operator of the system. Secondly, a bigger risk, and I think we really have to have that in mind, and sometimes we overvalue the atomic nature of instant settlement. We overvalue that sometimes, because what we saw is that there was an increase of fragmentation on the one hand, and so a loss of liquidity to trade the issue in itself. And secondly, as you work instantaneously, you lose all the advantages of netting for some of the parties, which can lead to more fails, which can lead to more volumes, and which can lead to more credit consumption in our space. But then I would say the biggest challenge that we see in the longer run, so you can solve for a number of these problems, but the bigger challenge that we see is not to find a good solution, but it is how do you organize the migration from a current environment with a very strong network effect with parties across the world, across issuers and investors that are connected on an ecosystem. How on earth are you going to organize that migration without expecting a big bang? And is even the added value of what we can see in the positives big enough to justify the huge investment in such a huge migration? And that's where I link that then to another point that has been made by several of the speakers. It's about interoperability. And the interoperability, I see it even more between what I say, the new and the old world. Because if we don't get that right, I think migration simply becomes impossible. So the interoperability between the new world, but not losing the liquidity.
So Big Bang confirmed. We need the interoperability between the old world and the new world. We cannot lose that liquidity. Obviously, we know what crypto company provides that interoperability. She even said we do need a Big Bang event because the world is just not interoperable enough. We cannot switch to a system that does not interoperate if, everybody's kind of going about their thing one piece at a time. And, this is why I was saying how ISO 20022, this slow migration, throughout 23 into 24 and, finalizing in 2025, how I just kind of confused on how this is really going to work. I mean, I guess, to a degree, you can implement it in that way. Definitely will not be as efficient as if we do see a big bang event, as Lieve Mostrey points out here. So basically, she did say, not so many words, that we do need to flip the switch. Now, giving you guys some context here, Lieve Mostrey has been the Chief Executive Officer of Euroclear Group since January of 2017. She joined Euroclear in October of 2010. But note this, guys, prior to that, Miss Mostrey was a member of the Executive Committee of BNP Paribas, which is, in fact, a Ripple partner. Bringing you back to 2020 when BNP Paribas did launch an EFX trading engine in Singapore. As this article does note here, they are a Ripple partner. So is it just a coincidence that she is basically saying we need to flip the switch? There does need to be a big bang event in order for the new financial system to work. And I mean, it's just icing on the cake that she's mentioning this at the World Economic Forum's Davos meeting. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.